Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning trading room. Funny thing, well, it's not funny, haha, but I totally forgot today was Friday. I would have prepared a rabbit hole session for us. I don't know where the week's gone. I'm just running around so much because we're heading to Mexico next week. Yeah, my head's not all there right now. Okay, here, the daily NASDAQ, and you can see yesterday a very neutral session. In fact, the only move we had was the move out of the open, and then the day just kind of chopped around back and forth. This morning, opening with a big gap to the upside, which once again begs the question, where's the pullback here? Is this the trend and this the pullback? Or is this the new emerging trend? Because we had some very strong bearish bars. And is this the pullback? In which case, we'll probably see the market retreat a little bit lower still. This is the way I'm leaning right now. I think the market owes us a bigger retest. I think a move to 8,100, not out of the question. Volume off a little, but the bars are small, which is what you anticipate. But the fact that the bars are moderately bullish and the volume is still light suggests in a way that there's not a whole lot of buyer participation at this time. So, well, we'll just hang out here for a little bit, see what gives. Things tend to get a little bit quieter as well as the market nears expiration, and of course, as we get closer toward the Christmas break. In fact, you know what, folks? I think we're going to call it after today because I'm leaving Wednesday next week, and yeah, Monday, Tuesday are going to be a bit of a write-off for me. Next week should be your last week of trading anyhow. Like I said, as we get closer toward the holiday season, the market's going to get really kind of weird. You can see some really big moves. We don't get limit moves in the stock indices, but when I was trading more the traditional commodities, you could almost bank on a limit move in feeder cattle over the Christmas break. And if you caught yourself on the right side of that trade, you made some serious money very, very quickly. And then, of course, if you were on the wrong side of that trade, it didn't work out quite so well. All right, so we got a little bit of sideways trading going on here out of the open, building a little bit of a sideways trading range. Again, not that unusual for a Friday where we are kind of used to the market being non-committal. Actually, for the last few sessions, it's been fairly non-committal. I'm going to treat this bar here as an attempted breakout. So I can put my just in case order to buy above there. And all I'm looking for at this point is some early momentum. I'm looking to cash in on a move where the market might be exhibiting some early giddy up. All right, and it's a little bit drawn out, but I'm going to treat this as the retest. I know we're back inside this trading range and toward the bottom end, but if I can get one more bull bar, come on, give me one more bull bar, then I'll have a good place to short below. Wow, they're not going to give it to me. All right, I got to go out on a bit of a limb here. We're in the hard edge. It's not really a rule of three or anything of that nature, although I suspect we're going to get a number 2 signal. Oh, maybe not. We might have dipped too far to get a number 2 signal on the Raptor, but we will get a trend change signal on the Falcon. And we've already got the first micro macro cross going here on the Hawk. So the market's slowly working its way into a bit of a corner. You just know that gap below the market is going to be begging to be filled. Well, begging might be a strong word. Okay, there's that hard edge bounce. That's good. That reinforces what I was looking for here on the Eagle. You know, you could make a case for being more aggressive on the buy. If this is in fact a sideways trading range, we know this is where the buyers are. This is where the sellers are. Maybe it's too much of a range, too tight to try to take advantage of it. All right, let's see if they give us a proper break this time. Well, there's a number one signal. That's good. If the market flinches at this point and retreats from the number one signal, I could tighten the trade above that number one signal. All right. Well, we'll see what they got. This could be a little bit problematic because the market may interpret this as the initial breakout now. Now, I'm not going to be too greedy on this. I'm going to set just a regular profit order. So 83, I need to be out at 58, or pardon me, 88. Oh, come on. There's just nothing here. Where'd they all go? Well, I suppose in hindsight, I could have been a little bit faster on that number one signal. It also coincided here with the Falcon signal. We do have a first micro macro cross in the hawk, so it is hopeful that we'll see one more little uptick. Good time to get the trade to break even. We're 3/4 of the way or better to our profit target. Come on, they're kissing it. Yay. All right, well, that was okay. So now that the market's made a proper breakout, we may see another retest. Remember, trading is all about how traders interpret what's going on. Some traders, like myself, saw this initial rally attempt as a breakout attempt. Other traders will be saying, oh no, that wasn't a breakout attempt. That was just a rejection of the high. This now is a true breakout. And let's see whether or not there's any market participation to support that. In which case, expect the market to come back down a little bit. Then once more, we can throw our just in case order to buy above that swing high. If you're very aggressive, you can even look to short it. You can try to short it back to the retest. There's a lot of ways to skin this cat. And how would you do that, you say? Well, the simplest way is simply to trail a short order below the last bar. You may choose to go 2 bars back. You may choose to short below this bar. And then, of course, your profit order is down here. Okay, now we're short. Get our exit order. Oops. And much of this goes back just to basic market behavior. Like I said, it's a much more aggressive trade. In fact, you probably don't want to hold out all the way to a retest because this is technically counter trend. You're probably looking for even a scalp target would be a good way to go. There's my swing target, but a scalp target, the market should be able to find that. Right now, though, they're still looking pretty bullish overall. I don't do this type of trade a lot just because it is counter trend. I prefer to wait for a with trend setup. And I'll admit, I'm not the most aggressive trader out there. There are a lot of guys who are much more aggressive than I am. All this hesitating, I wonder if we're going to get a reversal signal. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to get a number 2 signal here on the Raptor, which will reinforce what we've been looking at on the Eagle. So we're witnessing the test of the extreme. In this case, the extreme is this high. The Bollinger's just flipped over. That's what that arrow indicates. We'll see if we get a sell signal to coincide with that. Oh yeah, Ron says, aren't these the trades that get you into trouble? Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. They always look so darn tempting. So we've made our scalp target. There now is the number 2 signal. Funny it didn't print as a number 2. I guess it just fell out of the programming requirements, but that is what it is. It's a number 2 signal. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to protect my scalp profit. They're kissing the profit target. Come on, you guys and girls. Get with it. All right. Well, I got a scalp out of it anyway. And now that they are retesting, guess what? You could put your just in case order to buy up there again. Just in case the market explodes to the upside and you don't want to miss it. And if the retest holds, well, then we can throw an order to sell below there. This is what I mean when I say trading is more about reacting to what the market is doing than trying to predict what it will do. All right, here we go. Here's the first signs that the market retest may hold. Come on, get up there a little bit. Give me a place to put my sell order. All right, there we go. I was going to say we've got one bar, working on the second one. There, now we have the market in a little bit of a bind again. We're going to get our just discretionary buy signal here on the Eagle. The Bollinger Suite actually bearish. And we're going to get a hard edge bounce here on the Raptor, followed by a possible number 2 signal. And you can see the Falcon working on a possible trend change. And we're shorting the red bar buy on the Hawk. So a few things kind of lining up here to suggest we may have the market in a bit of a pinch. We are slow today, though, aren't we? We're really bogged down. I don't think there's any reports out here this morning. And like I said, my apologies. I totally forgot today was Friday. Seems more like Thursday to me. But this is sort of a rabbit hole session. We're kind of exploring the sideways channel and how to trade it. Okay, so here now we have the number 3 signal on the Raptor. I'm not sure. The market participation is there. We looked at the daily chart. We could see how the volume was off. All right, well, we're waiting on that. Actually, that begs the question. I should mention, my schedule is insanely hectic, like I said, over the next few days until we go. If there's anyone in the room who would like to consider hosting, please let me know. Or better yet, here, I'll give you Jason's email. It's jason@indicatorwarehouse.com. You can email him if you think you would be interested in hosting the room. Now, don't worry, hosting doesn't mean you have to pick all perfect trades. It's more for the benefit of the new people in the room, showing them the signals, showing them how the signals unfold, being able to recognize the difference between, say, a number 1 signal and a number 3 signal on the Raptor, or lean toward what are the higher probability signals in the Hawk, Falcon, and Eagle, that kind of stuff. Can be your 15 minutes of fame if you haven't had them already. Or is that infamy? It would make for a little more continuity in the room as well. So, like I said, if that idea appeals to you, let me know and we can work things out. Or let Jason know, because I'm going to be away. Scott's asking, going somewhere fun? You betcha, Scott. We're going down to Punta Mita, which is on the north end of Puerto Vallarta. If you're at all familiar with the area, you know the bay. Puerto Vallarta is about 2/3 of the way down. Punta Mita is on the northern tip of the bay, just as it opens up into the Pacific. My wife has this knack of finding new hotels or hotels that have been recently renovated. And of course, because they're new or semi-new, they always seem to offer exceptional deals. And she's managed to find a few of these places. All of them have been first rate. I'm hoping this one will be as well. Sorry, I don't remember the name of the hotel if you wanted to stop in and visit. I'm not just saying that. I honestly don't remember the name of the hotel. But it sounds very nice. And we're going with family, which will be fun. Yes, it does sound great, Scott. I'm so looking forward to it. Honestly, I need a break in the worst way. All right, it looks like we've got our number 2 signals firing now. I'm not going to tighten this trade because of the parameters that we've set here on the Eagle. Those are the most sound for getting into this position. As I mentioned at the outset, though, I do believe the market to be a little bit more bearish than bullish. I would not be surprised to see this day finish on a soft note, and next week to be relatively bearish as well. Could be a recovery by the new year or early in the new year. But with expiration and the holidays, there'll be a fair amount of profit taking, I think. Anybody who has a longer term position probably will not want to hold over the holidays. The markets just get very, very thin. Well, I'm liking my orders the way they are here because the market is waffling. You know, they're pretty content where they are. Looks like they're liking this whole 83, 85, 86 zone. Come on, give me one more move here. All right, looks like they're getting close, so I should probably set my profit orders. So we're going to go 80 half, so I want to go 75. Buy it back around 75 half. Okay, I could probably tighten up a little bit. So I'll short 81 and buy back 76. Pablo is asking, hi, sorry for the basic question. The 4 charts are the same instrument? Yes, they are. And, you know, guys, don't be shy about asking questions. I promise I won't embarrass anybody. Yeah, they're the different tools. So we have the complete diversified trading system here along with the Raptor. So here on the top, we have the Hawk Scalper. This software has been designed specifically for scalp signals. Top right is the Falcon Swing Trader. Bottom left is the Eagle Trend Trader. And then the bottom right, of course, is the Raptor. You'll see me spending a lot of time on the Raptor. That's just because the vast majority of people in the room are Raptor owners. If you're a DTS owner, I'm sorry that I don't spend as much time with the DTS system as I should. Maybe if somebody decides they would like to host, then we'll be able to have two rooms, one for the diversified trading system and one for the Raptor. The market I'm following here is the NASDAQ, which I believe to be one of the best markets for the small trader. It normally has more volatility than this, but the real attractive part is the 5-tick, or the $5 per tick price tag, which means that you can normally cover the trade with a reasonable amount of risk. You don't need a whole lot of capital, you know, like $25,000, $30,000, as you would if you were trading the E-mini. You could trade the NASDAQ probably with as little as 5,000. 10,000 would be ideal. Dan's asking, what version is the DTS these days? The DTS, honestly, it has not changed since it came out of the box. We tested this software for 9 months before we released it. So the only upgrades have been cosmetic. Just the colors and the way the bars look. Yeah, and then there's Scott. Scott did something interesting. He says you can run a Falcon with an Eagle chart and have a Feagle. And I know that Scott actually does that. And maybe I can convince Scott to do some hosting and he can show you his Feagle. That sounds a little obscene, but I'm not sure how much trading we would get done if Scott was hosting. He'd be telling jokes all the time. Pablo's asking, okay, regarding the Raptor, what configuration for the Renko bars do you use? Oh, nice, Scott. Scott says I'm 3 for 3 today, so not too bad. Okay, I go with the defaults for the Raptor itself. On the data series, for a market like the NASDAQ, this is also the default. You want your brick size to be 8 by 8. So an 8-tick trend and an 8-tick reversal. The trend refers to the body of the bar, the size of the body, and then the reversal refers to the tail or the wick. Now with the new mean Renkos, you can play with it, you can adjust it. All right. Okay, something happened. Ooh, all right. Let's close that out. Has the president been on Twitter again? Had a little giddy up there all of a sudden. I'm going to show you guys, for those of you new in the room, especially you Raptor owners, I'm going to take a little detour here. And you can watch this on a video later because you can see the videos get uploaded eventually. But if you go to YouTube and you search Indicator Warehouse, you can subscribe to the video channel. And what we're trying to do is I'm trying to get the Raptor videos uploaded here. These that you see here are a little bit more promotional. But the one I want to draw your attention to, if you go here to videos, you're going to have to scroll all the way through here. Not this August. I'm pretty sure it was last August. Or was it November? I'll recognize it when I see it. Yes, August 2nd and August 13th. Make a note of that. August 2nd, August 13th, 2018. The videos are an hour and a half long, but I didn't take the whole hour and a half. But the days were especially quiet. So on the 2nd, I spent a lot of time, about 20 minutes, half an hour, walking you through each of the Raptor signals. So this one has a very detailed explanation of the Raptor signals. That's August 2nd. August 13, we also did the Raptor signals, but I also took the time to explain a little bit about market theory, how the markets respond to certain price activity. All right, so you can make a note of that and find those on the YouTube channel. You can watch them at your leisure. And I should give you guys Ron's email as well. All right. So like I said, if anyone is thinking they might like to host the trading room, give Ron or Jason a shout. What are they going to do now? Probably still in that sideways mode. But, you know, not a bad day considering. In fact, it's been a pretty good day. Getting that red bar buy again right into the hard edge. I don't know. You know, we saw that quick little hop lower. I think that was more trapping traders, the ones that tried to buy the retest. Right? Here was our sideways trading range that we identified. And then we had traders trying to buy it up here. Well, when they got pushed over, the market came down sort of quickly. Didn't go any lower though. That's the problem. And when and if prices break this trend line, it's going to entice buyers. So if before I short, I want to see a trend line break and a reaction, then I'll know where I can sell from. And have a little bit more confidence in it. At least when the market's moving like this, you can take the time, go get a coffee or something, not worry about missing too much. Oh, that's pretty cool, Scott. You should shoot me an email if you're interested in sharing. Scott says that he and Mark worked on a trade system together, ended up with a 14 range bar on the Fiegel, target one at 12 ticks. That's one thing about the Raptor. We have made it a lot more tweakable. The other system, the diversified trading system, is locked. There are no changes available there, except for the brick size, of course. I typed in my universal Gmail address if anybody needs to get a hold of me while I'm away, but don't expect a real prompt reply. You'll do better emailing Ron or Jason. I imagine the Wi-Fi around the pool will be a little spotty. I don't want to be spilling a margarita on my computer. I hate it when that happens. All right, gang. Well, things are really dying here. So if you're going to hang with the market, look for a break here of the trend line. Look for the buyers to push back. Then you'll have a place where you could short below. And then as we approach the highs, look for the sellers to push back, because if the sellers can break the trend line, they'll be looking to move the market lower as well. At which point you'll be able to bracket the trade on the high or on the swing high. But right now, I think I would give the nod to the sellers. I would think a new low on the morning would be definitely within the market's capabilities today, but don't expect the bottom to fall out of the market. Not today. It seems like they're fairly content going over the same numbers. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas and New Year. I'm not sure exactly what date we'll reopen the room, but we'll shoot out an email once I know the scheduling better. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. I'll talk to you next year. Bye for now.